Government meetings are not a place you would often expect to find two high school students actively listening to the proceedings. But in the Spring Lake Park School District, it is normal to find Alyssa Zimmerman and Sierra Ryland attending a school board meeting. Ryland, a junior, and Zimmerman, a senior, are serving as the student representatives on the school board for the current school year. Both the students attend the school board meetings as a part of their student council duties. Spring Lake Park is unique in having students participate in this way. Superintendent Jeff Ronneberg gladly inherited this program from his predecessor.
Well, my predecessor, Don Helmstetter, when he first started in the district years ago, he felt that that was something that he wanted to have with students on the school board, to have that student voice as a member of the school board, and as we looked at issues, but also to give the students that leadership experience and a chance to interact with the adults on the board, elected officials, as well as administrators and others throughout the school district.
Alyssa and Sierra have enjoyed the experience thus far, and both feel privileged to get an in-depth look at how the school district operates.
It's kind of cool to see kind of like a behind the scenes, if you will, because as a student you don't really know a lot of the things that's going on in the district, and then when I come to the school board meetings, it's a great way for me to see everything that's going on and just learn more about our district as a whole.
It's super interesting to see both sides of, I get to go back and bring it to our council and say this is what's going on.
At each school board meeting, there is a time near the end of the meeting for Alyssa and Sierra to update the elected board members on events at the high school and projects that the student council is working on. Besides the standard updates, Superintendent Ronneberg also has seen students in the past enter into discussions at just the right time.
One is just their mere presence there. Just having a student sitting at that end of the table and at this end of the table reminds the school board and myself, as we're making these decisions, is ultimately everything we're doing is trying to align the work of our adults and our system around improving the learning experiences for the kids throughout the district. And the two of them just represent the 5,500 students throughout our district. In addition, every now and then, as we're discussing a topic in the past, and Alyssa and Sierra are pretty new this year on the board, but we've had student board members who have just asked really the right question at the right time to help us consider something a little bit differently.
For Sierra, being part of the school board meetings is helping her understand what all goes into providing a student their education.
I think it shows you what adulthood is. You dip your feet into adulthood and you see that it's not just going to school and reading the books. It's the thought process of what book are we going to pick to educate our children, or what math curriculum are we going to choose. So I think it's more just, instead of just looking at a book, you look at the process of getting to that book.
Not a lot of school boards have student representatives. Dr. Ronneberg believes that Spring Lake Park has always had the type of school board environment in which students would feel welcomed.
I think one of the things that really works well in our school district with having students on the board is that we have a very healthy board. They work well together. They understand their role. I learn with and from them all the time, and they really value that voice. And I think that's where it has to start, is if board members value working with one another and value hearing one another's opinions and value differing ideas, they're then going to value those ideas from students. And so I think it starts with having a really healthy board.
Alyssa recently decided on her college choice and is thinking about a future in international business or possibly teaching English overseas. Sierra has another year of high school after this year and is planning to run for student council president next year. Maybe she can get a few tips on winning an election from one of her new colleagues on the school board. For North Metro TV News, Ben Hale reporting.